Hey, happy Friday, everybody. This is Chad with Caldwell Banker Midtown here in South Carolina. I hope everybody's having a great Friday and I hope everybody's going to have a great weekend. So, a few things you want to know about South Carolina before you move here, depending from where you move from. So, originally, I'm from the Midwest, from Colorado, where it's more open and then things around here. Because here you come here, and the first thing you realize is most of the roads and streets are narrow, and you're like, it's just you're passing a car like right next to each other. It's like these new housing developments where you can reach out and touch your neighbor. Same way with the roads. So much thinner roads. So understand that when you come here, it's going to take a minute. For the most part, they are much thinner. South Carolina, your yard is sand. So a lot of people come here that have a green thumb and that are trying to, plant some flowers and grass, which you can do it. It just takes a lot more effort, and you really have to watch a couple things. One is ants. So red ants. So I know a lot of people will be digging their plants, and man, they'll start getting bit up by the ants because we do have a problem with ants. So ants in the yards, red ants. So those are a couple bad things. Heat and humidity, at least for the Midlands, like Columbia, it's extremely warm in the summertime and very humid. They say you get used to it. I've been here for 12 years and I'm not nowhere used to it. It's hot. It gets very hot. A lot of people think, oh, well, if you go closer to the beach, well, it's not, because you have the ocean breeze, so it does keep it a little bit more comfortable there. Charleston, Myrtle Beach, places like that as well too. Um, so same way with going up to the mountains, it's just a little bit more comfortable. If you golf, one thing is we have great golf courses here, but our weather stays great pretty much year round. I mean, our cold months for the most part are January and February. Still in November, December, you can be wearing a polo shirt and be out there on the golf course, or a lot of people riding their motorcycles and stuff like that because it's still nice weather. One thing you got to realize here is if you even get a hint of snow, like they put it in the forecast like a possibility of snow, even though you haven't seen a flake one, a lot of times they will call out school early, let the kids out and everything else. And if it does snow, even an inch or two, you can pretty much guarantee that everything's gonna be closed down for at least the next day. Um, a lot of people come in here to look at houses. People are, especially the ones that say, I want to live kind of outside of town with a little bit of land. I would suggest getting at least 5 acres, because here's the deal. South Carolina zoning laws have not changed ever. And a lot of people come out and get an acre or two and they put up this nice, beautiful home, or buy a nice, beautiful home, and right next door to it, they have a trashed lot with maybe a single wide that nobody has taken care of. And so that will bring down your value. It'll be an eyesore when somebody comes and looks at your house. So just understand that the zoning law here is terrible. So you really have to be picky if you're going to do that. That's why a lot of people say, I don't like HOAs. Well, I can tell you the HOAs, I don't like them either very well. But I live in one and I see the point to them. They definitely keep it up, especially if you have a good HOA. So most of your homes here have pools in the housing development. So be careful when you're looking at pictures, when somebody's putting pictures online, because they'll take a picture of a pool and it is not the pool to the house. It's a pool that you get free access to the housing development because you pay HOA dues, but it's not actually in the backyard of the house. So kind of be mindful of that, because a lot of houses don't have pools, but the majority, if not all, of the housing developments for the most part have pools for that housing development that since you're a resident there and you live inside that housing development, you get free access to. Um, Highway system is kind of messed up, like most places, especially here over on the west side, closer to Lexington. We have a place called like Malfunction Junction, and it seriously is malfunction. Um, it's nice over there on Lexington and on the west side of Columbia, but it is a lot more traffic, and it is crazy to try to get around there during rush hour. So, very few basements in houses. If you're looking for a house with a basement, I know a lot of people are coming from like the Midwest and they're like, well, it's hot and basements are always the cooler spot of the house, and so we want a basement. Those are very hard to find here because of building in the sand and stuff like that. There are some, but they're far and few between. So just realize that if you're looking for one, You're gonna have to pay more money, and it's gonna be difficult to find. There are not very many of them at all. So, if you have anything else that you want to know about South Carolina, please feel free to reach out to me. If you're looking for houses or anything like that here in South Carolina, let me know. Call me or text me. I'd be happy to help you, point you in the right direction, help you find your dream home or sell your home. If it's somewhere else you're looking to find real estate in another state and you just needed help trying to find another agent to work with in that state, let me know. I'll help you find an agent over there. We've got contacts. Our brokerage has over 100 agents, so we know agents all around the world. So let us know if there's anything I can do for you. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. My phone number is 803-569-7871. Call me, text me anytime, and I'll be happy to help. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. Take care.